Hello everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to a World of Warships video. Now, in case you guys are wondering what the title means, remember the last video I uploaded with the Phoenix? I ended up being 32, I believe 32 XP it was, I ended up short, and yeah, I recorded this battle after it. At first I thought, I only need 32 XP, what do I need to do for that? Just score one hit or something? And I was like, or I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna play one more round and just, maybe mess around in it a little bit. However, I was not prepared for what happened this round. As you saw, I just took damage from a Furutaka, and I believe also the Miyoki also managed to land a couple of shots in. There's torpedo bombers coming in. Yep, I'm playing the Phoenix, as you guys saw, and as you guys might know. But yeah, this was the last battle I recorded with the Phoenix, and I honestly gotta say, whoa, hey, where did those guys appear from? No, that was not what I meant to say, but what I meant to say was, looking back at it and looking at several replays I made out of this ship, or I got out of this ship since I have replays enabled for my PC, which honestly I can advise anyone who plays this game to do. I mean, if you have a few very, very, very good games, you might want to send them to me. I did a replay video some while ago, and I wanted to do more, but afterwards, Wargaming, or not Wargaming, but World of Warships was a little bit bugging around for me, and my PC was a little bit bugging around with it, but I fixed it now, so yeah, I'm just gonna do that little shout out right now. If you have any replays you want me to feature on my channel, featuring you or your friends, or you with your friends, doing something awesome like having a awesome game, or heck, I don't know, getting ammo rack the first the first few nautical miles you place into the game. I don't know, just anything. Just yeah, notify me on Facebook and send it to me there. There we go. I just incapacitated, I believe it was a Phoenix. There we go. Just checked real quick. Yeah, I noticed that I should have used armor piercing for this now that I'm looking back at it. But yeah, like I said before, and I reacted to in the comments. Usually when I'm so engaged, I just block out a lot of things. Wow. Yep. Just decided to resculpt that mountain there a little bit. And there's another Phoenix over there who received some attention and love from me. Let's see, there's a Mine Kaze over there. And it looks... No. Never mind, I didn't say anything. Don't want to spoil anything because... Yeah. But yeah, the reason why I love the Phoenix so much, it is because of its very slim design. It's high accuracy, it's high DPS, and of course the torpedoes. Now, before you might ask, the torpedoes, I mean, the Kuma has 7-kilometer range torpedoes. These are 5.5. How can you possibly be useful, or how can those torpedoes be actually useful without you being at point blank range? And yeah, that's kind of the only hint I'm gonna give on that one, because you guys will see it later on what I mean with that. And there we go, we just set a Phoenix on fire, somehow not damaging it, but I did set him on fire. And man, that Phoenix is so lucky, just scraping all those shells. Not really sure what I thought while aiming there, but... And we already lost 4 ships. Now, I can already tell you guys, we're not gonna win this, but the effort I put into this, well, the accidental effort I put into this, I gotta be more accurate on that. Hello, there's an Izokaze, and it looks like he's heading for our carrier, which is not very good. So I decided here to turn around and do something I rarely do, which is go back. But yeah, since you're a cruiser, you can do that. You're fairly quick, you're very nimble, and it's just a good thing to do, just to help out your teammates. Fortunately, no shells on that Phoenix there. Hello, Izokaze. Just launched torps. Just trying to dial in my shots. First shot hit, no damage. Second shot incapacitated his engine. There we go. And now he did something smart. He popped smoke while he was slowing down. Unfortunately, he was still going a little bit too fast. See, because he popped out again. Oh wait, no, it wasn't smoke. It was just his sighting range. It was a different ship who does that a little bit later on. Or also a destroyer, of course. Hello, there's also a Minakaze over there. Yeah, for some reason I didn't focus him. Or set his marker on him so I could do my torpedo thingy on him. But yeah, I figured, you know what, it's a destroyer, he's way too nimble for it. Not sure where he was aiming with his torpedoes, but I really don't mind. And we also got a St. Louis asking for attention. Now, don't worry folks, that's one. Alright, you're the weakest of the bunch. You're shooting armor piercing, I can see. It is not very fun. Oh, there's two more torpedoes. Better turn the other way. That's also a thing I love about the Phoenix. It's relatively easy to just dodge incoming torpedoes, just because of its agility, and of course because the extra perk it has, the acoustics something something something. I know I'm very difficult with long words. They just confuse the hell out of me. And bye bye St. Louis. Now there was a destroyer around here. Unfortunately I lost sight of him and I lost focus on him because I was so focused on destroying that St. Louis. Now I decided, you know what, he's probably going to go towards the carrier because that would make an excellent target of opportunity. And that battleship of ours in the north, if you look on a map just north of me, he at the moment is AFK. At the time I thought, you know what, I absolutely hate those guys that AFK. I believe everyone hates AFKers. Turns out his daughter fell and hurt herself, or at least that's what he told us, because right at the end he came back, although a little bit too late. There we go, he popped smoke, although he was going too fast for it. I know, how can you go too fast, or too fast to smoke? Yeah, as you just saw, if I zoom in on it, sometimes you can see a little burst of smoke going up. Then he disappears and later on reappears again. There we go, set him on fire and an incapacitation. Unfortunately, there goes our Langley. Very unfortunate. I was feeling pretty shitty that I couldn't stop him sooner, but oh well, such is naval battle, right? There we go. Now I got him. I got him zeroed in. He disappears, but wait, there he is. What do we have over there? That looks like a Furutaka. He is very preoccupied with that New York over there. And I can't say that I can't blame him. I mean, he only has 1800 and something hit points left. I just noticed the AFK battleship over there. Already getting slightly annoyed by it. Oh well, what can you do, right? Right. On with the battle. So the battleship decided to repair. And which is a good thing. Unfortunately, it will not help him that much. And not really sure why the enemy destroyer just said and. Probably because he did something fun or awesome, I don't know. But yeah, this just leaves us 3. Well, technically us 2, because as I told a couple of times already, one of the battleships is AFK, so I really don't count him in here. So I decided to start focusing that Furutaka. Hopefully he'll be shifting his attention to me. Then I noticed he got a Citadel hit by the New York. Very awesome. Unfortunately the New York is done. At the same time the Furutaka is done. So this leaves me a tier 4 Phoenix, almost dead, well, lost half of its HP, versus 3 battleships. Now, if the battleships play it smart, they'll bunch up and head towards our cap. And at this point, I really was just thinking, what do I need to do here? Or how am I going to die? I mean, I already managed to destroy 4 ships, which is exceptional for me. Got 9 or set 9 ships on fire. 72 confirmed hits, 6 incapacitations. So now I was thinking, do I go out in a blaze of glory, or do I save my ship and just try to hide? Oh, hello, there was a battleship there. Unfortunately, I lost sight of it, and I also think he was out of my cannons, out of the reach of my cannons. So at that point, or around this point, I was like thinking, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna move around the island and head towards their cap point. Just maybe they're too far away to do something about it. And I already made this out into the group chat, because I honestly believed he was AFK, and right now he is AFK. So in case you guys might think, wow, that's a dick move, my general rule is just don't be AFK in these games. If you're just gonna do something, then just don't start. I know, of course, as a family, if you have a family, or if you're a father or a mother or a brother or sister, and something happens that needs your attention, it's completely fine. But other people who do not know of the situation can get pretty ticked off because of it. So yeah. Yeah, right now I'm just skirting around, just to see if I can spot that battleship there again. I wasn't sure if that battleship spotted me. I do have situational awareness, and I'm not entirely sure myself anymore if I got spotted then. So I decided to play it safe, just skirt around. Hopefully they did the same, and we just avoided contact. However, nothing is as easy as I hope it always goes, so the fun part is about to begin. So let's see. Where are you? There should be one around here. There we go, got detected. There's one. Fortunately, lost sight of him again. However, there is one. I got detected, so now the other 2 guys know where I am. I activated the acoustic perk because I also noticed that it you can detect ships quicker like that for some reason, or at least I think it does. I'm not entirely sure. So I decided to head towards that battleship. However, there's number 2, which is a New York and has full HP. So at this point I was like, oh crap, I am so going to die. However, do not underestimate the power of the Phoenix, and do not underestimate the rapid fire capabilities. I decided to move inwards, dodging most of his shells, getting a few scratches, and one of my turrets is incapacitated. It's not destroyed, just incapacitated, and I decided not to fix. I just decided to let it just go. It is on my right side. It is not very important. And hello, I spotted another battleship on my left. I decided to ignore it for now and head in close, because this is the point where the torpedoes come into play. Now, looking after it, I should have used a narrow spread on it. Why? You're gonna see in a sec. I thought being so incredibly close, it doesn't matter if I use a narrow or wide spread. Turns out it does matter. Because right now, only one torpedo will hit. There we go, just launched my second volley of torpedoes and keep on peppering him. Now notice that I'm moving behind him. There we go, 2 more torpedoes hit. I just managed to, or just took a small little break just to see what happened. Just should have kept on the fire. And now I am moving in so close and so quickly behind him that his guns are unable to keep up with my speed, while I'm just plowing shot after shot after shot into his butt. That is one battleship. Hello, Mr. Miyogi. Did you see what I just did to your little friend? Guess what's gonna happen to you? I'm about to give you the same treatment as I did with your friend. Just some American hospitality. Oh, that started a fire. Immediately turned it off. Well, I wanted to turn it off, but I already used my repairability because I already got set on fire once. Now, my torpedo tubes are reloaded, which means I'm about to move into my second attempt into destroying another battleship. Right now I already have 138 confirmed hits. Let's add a couple of more. And at the end of this match, I unfortunately do not have the screenshots for it, but instead of earning just the 32 XP, I earned over 1600, which is more than enough to unlock that Omaha. There we go, and kaboom! So where was that other battleship? It's behind me. Unfortunately, this is where the Phoenix was at the end of its limit. I pushed it so incredibly far, and I did my absolute best with it, and this just gave me even more respect for the Phoenix. Just the ability to dish out so much damage in such a short time. It is absolutely amazing, and I'm incredibly sorry to see my little Phoenix go, but it's time to move on to the next ship, the Omaha. And I really hope the Omaha is just as much fun or even more fun than the Phoenix. Unfortunately, the time is up. It is unable, or we are unable to win the game. And yeah, there comes his apology or his explanation why he was AFK. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter anymore. And with that, I also like to conclude this little video. So yeah, from now on, probably no more Phoenix videos from me anymore. If you have any videos for me that you want me to feature on my channel, be sure to contact me on Facebook. I also managed to get a high caliber. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. This was Blade, and have a great day. Goodbye.